Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. And today I want to share with you guys another great smart home tech product. And this is a Wi-Fi enabled hubless wall switch by a company called Lumary. And they were nice enough to sponsor the video and send me 3 of their wall switches. They sent me 2 non-dimming one-way wall switches and 1 dimmable switch, which I'll show you guys installed in a second. So one thing I want to say about this, I was sent a wall switch before by other companies. And in the past, the wall switch that I was sent didn't work with the circuit I wanted to use it on. I've retrofitted pretty much every light in my house from either halogen or CFL or incandescent to LED. And that includes the track lighting I have with the very, very small, I think they're called G10 bulbs, a little different depending on, every fixture is a little bit different, but they're the small halogen ones. So I changed all those out to LED lights as well. I love the ability, I love my house lit, I love the ability to keep things dim and have great mood lighting, but in the past, using standard bulbs and LED and non-LED bulbs, it's not cost effective. You know, my power bill already with all the smart home tech and stereo equipment, all the gear I have, and the hot tub roughly runs in the summertime around here about $80 to $100 a month. And that kind of goes into winter time too. So about $80 to $100 a month on just stuff that, you know, I'm not really home all that much. And, you know, luckily, you know, the TVs are, you know, they're all LED. I mean, it's as efficient as it could possibly get. And the hot tub did jump the price up about $20 to $30 per month. And again, that depends on how much you use it. So point being, I like to be as efficient as I could possibly be. So like I said, every other light in the house has an LED bulb, an LED dimmable bulb, a power failure LED bulb, or a smart bulb. I've put smart bulbs like the LifeX bulbs and some of the less expensive brands in, you know, my bedroom lamps, and any lamp there or any fixture that I want to be able to just turn down the lights to the perfect Kelvin temperature, whether I want it to be like a cool white to kind of match what's going on outside during the day, or at night when I want it to be like a nice calm warm light, or when I'm just cranking up a movie or watching some, you know, DVDs, some Pink Floyd concerts or Five Finger Death Punch, whatever I want to watch, and have all the lights flash and change color and make it like an actual concert. So I enjoy having all these things in my house, but there are a couple areas where I opted to not change out the fixtures to adapt for a smart bulb. And some of those are the ones like the one above me here, which is an IKEA track lighting I want to show you in a second. And then in the kitchen, where I took out what used to be these ugly fluorescent panels when I bought the place in 04, and I put in track lighting in there as well with the halogens. Now they used to be on a timer, and up to about a week ago I had these on, not timer, excuse me, a dimmer, standard mechanical dimmer. I had both these lights on just a standard dimmer. I said, all right, well, I want to have a couple lights on that in the event that the network fails, that I can still turn on a light old school. You know, like some of the fixtures, like the LifeX bulbs that are in the cans and the ceiling fixtures, if the power goes out, or not the power goes out, excuse me, if the Wi-Fi network goes out, you can't turn those on or off. What you can do is turn the switch off, turn it back on, they will default to where they were at, right? But I wanted something just a little more mechanical, ones that, you know, if I'm just going to run the house real quick, I didn't have to worry about, you know, using my voice, pulling out my phone. I can just go over it, turn the light on, off, or on very easily, just like a standard switch. And there are fixtures in the house, like ones above the sinks, and ones like the ones I just pointed out, that I just want a standard switch on. So what are your options? You have Wi-Fi, Z-Wave, Zigbee. That's pretty much about it for the most part. And when I was sent a Wi-Fi enabled smart switch in the past, I had a real problem with the kitchen light. For whatever reason, they just would flash randomly. And I think that those earlier model switches just weren't designed to work with these retrofitted LED bulbs. These lights that I had, these fixtures, originally had halogen bulbs, which draw a lot more current. So for instance, in the kitchen, 6 bulbs in that fixture, or those 2 fixtures, you're looking at 300 watts of power draw. So really inefficient. I never liked turning that light on, and if sometimes I'd forget and leave it on, and I was like, shit, I left that thing on for 5 hours or 6 hours or however long, and that's just a waste of energy. Now, with the LED bulbs retrofitted in there, I can turn that on, turn it on the right dim setting, and not be worried about what kind of energy it's going to draw. Now, those 6 lights, I think they draw like under, I think like 30 watts, something like that, 30, 40 watts, which is amazing. And that's even less when you dim it down. So, I really want to have a smart switch on this circuit, on these lights, but unfortunately, the switch that was sent to me in the past just didn't work with the LEDs. I'm not sure why, but I took it out and I left it in the closet upstairs. I said, all right, well, I'll just give it away to somebody or sell it or who knows what. So when Lumary reached out to me a couple weeks ago and said, hey, we got a smart switch, I was a little skeptical to try this out. And then this is the switch right here. They sent me 3 of these. They sent me 2 of the non-dimming models, and they look exactly the same. And I'm going to show you guys those in a second. Then they sent me 1 of the dimming versions. Unfortunately right now, I will put links in the description where you can pick this up. These are 18 to 20 bucks, super cheap. There's no reason nowadays to go into some of the big box stores where you're gonna be paying $40, $50 a switch by some of those really overpriced brands. This is fantastic. What's great about it is that it just works with LEDs, or you can use halogens or those other bulbs too. But it works perfectly with LEDs as well. So I was ecstatic to hook this up and find that it did work. Really easy to set up, and let me just show it to you right now before I ramble on too much longer, like you guys always tell me that I do. All right, so here is the switch right here. And this is the dimming model, so really straightforward, very clean looking. It does come with a wall plate, a screwless wall plate. You can use your own wall plate, which I'll show you in a second on the non-dimming model. The only difference between the two is with the dimming model, you have your indicator light. This shows that you are connected to Wi-Fi. When this is ready to pair, that will flash. I'm not going to go through all that. Really straightforward. If you want to put it in pairing mode, if I wanted to reset this and connect it to a different network, basically there's 2 buttons down here, and you'd press and hold that button. This would start to flash, which means it's cleared the Wi-Fi network out of its memory, and now it's ready to pair. And that's like any of these devices. If you've paired any smart device before, Smart Things or what else? Smart Life. That's a real big one, which I'll talk about that in a second. It's pretty much really straightforward. It's all the same. So the only difference is with the other one, the non-dimming model, is this indicator light is only on when the switch is on. So kind of cool. At least it lets you know, like I used it on an outdoor light. You can use it on garage lights. So if you want to have these things set up on a timer, and that's the main reason why I wanted the non-dimming model on the outside light. So when the time of year changes, the sunset rises and changes different times, it's very easy for me to go into the app and just change that. In the past, I used a mechanical timer, and I found that every month I had to reset the time and just recalibrate when I wanted this thing to turn on or off. With the app, with these smart switches, it's very easy. It's a lot more efficient. Just go ahead and program these. So again, on the front door panel switch, I have the wall switch plate that it matches the other plates in the house that I have, the standard white ones. I'll probably change this out to a matching one, but it doesn't look bad at all. And then of course with this particular switch, because it is the dimming model, when you turn it on, you'll see your dimming modes. And what's nice about this, you have your full brightness, 100%, and you can actually set where you want the minimum brightness. I have mine around like 10% because I like it real dim at night if we're gonna watch a movie or whatever. You can set it at 50, whatever you want. So as soon as you slide your finger down, you're at exactly where that minimum brightness level is, which is fantastic that they've integrated that into the switch. Some of the other switches I've seen don't do that. Real straightforward. You want to turn it off, just press the button. And that's the fixture that I have it on right here. This is your standard, halogen track lighting. Again, those are LED bulbs that I've retrofitted in there. And then on the front door switch, and this is the one that I used to have a mechanical timer on, which never worked right with LED bulbs. This one here looks exactly the same, just when you turn it on, the indicator light kicks on. So that's about it. And that's kind of nice too, because if you're going to use it on, let's say, garage door lights, you'll be able to tell at a glance whether the light is on or off. And I think the reason they did that on that switch is because on the dimming model, not to say you can't use a dimming model on outdoor lights, with the dimming model, you're going to be able to just see that based on the dimming indicator right there. So, and that's probably why they did it that way. Other than that, the switches are exactly the same. And this is the lighting that I used up here. Now these I did leave halogens in there. I took the LEDs out, and the reason I did that was because with halogens you can really, let me turn this back around here so I can ramble on more to you guys. With the halogens you can really get that brightness down really low. And sometimes when we're watching a movie, we just want a little bit of light on. So I like it down to like 5–10%. These with LED bulbs in there, they don't get low enough. They're a little bit too bright, even on the minimum setting. This is a different switch I used on this particular circuit. The funny thing is now that I actually put this particular switch, the one that caused flickering issues in the kitchen, on this particular circuit, I don't have any kind of issues with it. So it seems to be working. So, especially with the halogen bulb. So that's a totally different brand. But if I ever added any more switches to the house, I know that the Lumary brand works perfectly. The price is right, $18 to $20 per switch through Amazon. Guys, links are in the description if you want to pick this up. Only downside right now is the dimming model, again, is out of stock. So you're gonna have to keep checking on that and wait on that. If you're interested, let me know. I'll put your name down, and as soon as I find that they're back in stock, I'll shoot you an email. But in the meantime, if you just want to have a light turn on or off, whether it be garage lights or front door light, or maybe a just a vanity, and maybe you're not interested in dimming them down, this is a fantastic bargain. Now, only thing to be said about this is that with this switch, your house does have to have a neutral, so it's a 4-wire circuit. You have your load, your hot, your ground, and of course your neutral. So if your house doesn't have a neutral, and I'm not an electrician, you know, and I always say do this stuff at your own risk, legal disclaimer there. I feel comfortable working with electrical work. Always make sure the circuit's off, of course, and which is common sense, but hey, gotta throw it out there. And you know, if you're not comfortable, hire a professional. But I've been told, again, and I'm not an electrician here, but I've been told that some houses don't have a neutral, and I know there are some switches in my house that are just a standard switch that they're not using a neutral. So you just have your hot wire in and your load. So I think it really depends on what switch is where in your house. In my house, I believe that the neutral is in every box. It's just whether or not it's being used or not. So every house might be different. Again, if you know more about that than me, drop a comment, help others out. I definitely don't mind you doing that. But again, this is a great device. It'll work with both Google and the Amazon Assistant. It'll work with the app. And what's nice about this is that, yes, you can use the Lumary app if you like, but it is compatible with Smart Life. And if you guys have watched my videos in the past, you guys know I'm a big fan of Smart Life and any device that works with Smart Life. You know, a couple companies over the years have sent me smart sockets and switches and stuff like that. And some of them, you have to use their app. It works off their specific product cloud. With Smart Life, there's tons of different brands under that same cloud. And so what I mean by cloud is when you add this stuff to the network and you're turning on or off from outside your network, that signal's going from whatever your phone network's connected to their cloud network, if I'm saying that correctly, and then to your own home network where you can turn these devices on or off and they can communicate with one another. Other devices, like for instance LifeX bulbs, you have to use the LifeX app unless you use Samsung Smart Things. There might be other things out there that'll control them. I happen to use the LifeX app because it's really clean, it works really well, and it's, I mean, LifeX is my favorite smart bulb. It's awesome. I mean, they really are nice. You pay more for them. You pay 2 to 3 times the price, but they really are worth it. Again, there are some areas in the house where I didn't want to put them just because they are expensive. I have about, what do I have, 6 of them? 6 or 7 of them. Yeah, 7 of them. 6? No, 7 of them. So, but I did get a sponsorship deal with LifeX, so I did get a discount, so that's what made it worth my while. And the LifeX bulbs are great because you can really fine tune those colors in. So they're fantastic. Fantastic bulbs, hands down. But there are other areas in the house where I'm just like, hey, I want the light either on or blue. And so those inexpensive, more entry-level bulbs work great. And I've done reviews on that stuff, all different kinds of brands. Some better than others, but stuff like this, I mean, these wall switches are fantastic. And again, it's nice because there's areas in your house that you may not want to have, you know, the RGB bulb. You may not want to have certain, you know, like these nice halogen style fixtures, you know, or again, another perfect example is over your bedroom vanity. You know, you don't want some of those, like my vanity has 4 bulbs. I don't want to put waste of money on 4 smart bulbs in there, or 4 Z-Wave bulbs. Now you can just have 4 regular dimming or non-dimmable bulbs with one of these switches, and you can turn that on or off. One great example I used stuff like this on. I have a Z-Wave switch upstairs, which pretty much does the same thing. It works off the Z-Wave network and not Wi-Fi. It does require a Samsung Smart Things hub, and it was like $50 switch, which, you know, I mean, it's the only switch I have like that because I can't rationalize getting a bunch of them. They're too expensive. But, you know, depending on when I used to work, you know, when at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I'd have those lights slowly kind of warm up. It would get where I can go 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, wash my face, brush my teeth, comb my hair, and I'm out the door. And so I'd have kind of routines set up. So these are great. I mean, downstairs, same thing. You could have these come on at night, you know, before bed, you have them turn off. And again, the great thing about them too is, I'll tell you how often I use this stuff. It's on a daily basis. I'll be laying in bed and, you know, it's just time to go to bed. Sometimes I'll have maybe the chandelier light on, or I'll have another bulb on, or maybe the backyard string lights, and I'll be like, all right, time to go to bed, let's shut it down. use my voice, use my phone, turn them off, and I can stay nice and toasty in bed. So guys, these smart devices are pretty awesome. As you can see, I hope you guys can pick up on my excitement for this stuff. This is a no-brainer. I definitely recommend this switch, this brand, again, because it does actually still work with, and I kind of got off on a tangent there. I had a lot of coffee today, I'm sorry. It's compatible with the Smart Life app. So again, the LifeX bulbs, you have to use their own app. And anything I add to my network, I really want everything kind of under one roof, so to speak. And what I don't like is if I have these backyard lights over here, you know, on this particular app, and then I have, you know, the indoor lights on this app, I have to open different apps. The nice thing about like having a home assistant, your voice works, it's compatible with everything. It plays well with everything. So point being, if you're gonna use your phone, it's best to get products added to your smart home that are going to be working under one app. So if you do want to use your phone, there's no question on, all right, do I have to use you know, the VSync app or the Smart Life app? Do I have to use the eWeLink app? You could just open one app and it's all ready to go. So Smart Life is one of those apps that is most of the devices you're going to find through Amazon. Again, not all. You have to check with each product, but anytime it is compatible with Smart Life, I always mention it in my videos. So it's nice to be able to have just, again, all those devices under one app as opposed to having to open different apps. It's just, to me, it's a lot easier. So that's about it, guys. I want to go ahead and thank Lumary for their generosity in sending me these great products. I will be putting up another video showing you guys in 2 parts me installing the non-dimming model on my outdoor light. Again, always hire an electrician if you don't feel comfortable doing this. You do this at your own risk, legal disclaimer. And but I will show you guys what it looks like with the switch out. And you know, it's pretty straightforward if you've done any kind of electrical work at all. So and again, the lighting in that video was even worse than this one. And guys, I have on right now, I mean, 5 halogen lights above me. I have 3 LifeX bulbs. We're in the middle of the daytime. It's pretty light in here. I don't know. It's the camera. I don't know what to tell you. What's most important is the information, the products, and my excitement for this stuff, and my recommendation. So guys, if you like the smart home tech stuff, you want to add some of these smart switches to your home, link is in the description. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I can help you in any way. If you have any questions or concerns whatsoever, I'm always here to help. And if you like the content, do subscribe to the channel, but do click the bell. Be notified anytime I upload a new video, so you'll always know when there's cool new stuff I've added to my home. So thanks again, guys. You have a wonderful day, and take care.